Good one, Joe. What are you doing here? I said there was no show this week. How did you get into my place? Did you break my window? You're paying for my window if you broke it. Well, get out. Go read. Go read for the Big Van Book Club. I said I'm busy. I have to go to Joe's book release. I can't tell you stories this week. Go away. Okay. If I tell you a stupid story, will you go away? Fine. What do I have? What do I have for a prompt around here? Here. Same thing as last week. I'm not even gonna be creative. I'm not even gonna edit this well. You see, you'll regret. I do the story, then you go away, okay?
This is Lo-Fi Jazz. You are watching Varietal Show. It's the splash screen. Oh, yeah.
Doing it? Yeah.
Look at this. Look at how unprofessional this is. This is moving. It's going to move the whole time. You don't even believe it's a bookshelf. Well, that's what you get for breaking into my house. What are we playing? We're playing Rory's Story Cubes. Again, I didn't create them. How do they work? Well, buckle up because you're getting a very short version of it. Cubes got symbols. There's 9 of them. I roll one based on the symbol, I start a story. I roll another based on the symbol, I continue the story. Let's roll one. It's a clock. Once upon a time, our hero Rory was having a very nice time because he loved the afternoon time where he had all the time to himself. But wouldn't you know it, one day, somebody broke into his house. Let's roll another one. Lightning. And boy, was he shocked to find that a whole group of the internet had decided to just break into his window and disturb him. Well, he read Joseph Gego-Winniganism's My Indian Summer for Big Van Book Club next Wednesday. So shocked. He was as shocked as lightning is when it meets other lightning in the clouds. And it goes, my God, that's shocking. And he says, is that a pun? And he says, no, I'm lightning. It's that shocking. It's a magnet. Well, now you know I'm not faking this. Rory had recently gotten a wonderful new vinyl, specifically Jimmy Smith's The Sermon. And that vinyl was meant to be played through a speaker that has a big magnet in it. But the only thing that he ended up getting attracted to was anger when a bunch of people broke into his house and insisted he tell stories. A little bumblebee. It's actually a pretty cute drawing. Well, Rory thought, how am I going to get rid of these people? And then he realized he still has a favor to cash in with the Bumblebee Queen. The Bumblebee Queen was reaching her winter days, and that meant that her hive was about to pass away. And Rory had always made time to go and use a small spoon and feather to collect nectar and help his bees in his neighborhood create honeycomb. He was indeed a helper bee, and he was owed a favor. So, rather than talk to the people who broke into his house and insisted he had a story, he crawled out the window and decided to find the queen bee and call in his favor. Oh no. We didn't get this last week, and I'm glad because I don't know what it is. It's a bunch of arrows in a certain directions. Look left, look right, north, south, east, west, north, northeast, north, northwest, north, north, south. That doesn't make sense. But he couldn't find the queen bee, and he immediately started to forget about the people in his house. But he had to help the queen bee, because of course the workers can fall away in the winter, but the queen bee, she must survive. I mean, depending on how you look at it, it's a rook or a tower. So, he decided to go to her castle, the great beehive on the mount. And though it was a treacherous walk, he knew that deep in his heart he loved the queen bee, and he sought for her very wonderful pheromones and to continue to do work for her So he marched up the hill, first encountering old trolls, which he slew at the ankles and stabbed their many heads. They always have multiple heads, I don't know why. He then continued up the switchback trail with collapsing gravel and muddy waterways and the formations of streams and the streaking stormy rain until he met a fairy who gave him several very clever riddles that I won't recount here. And then he continued all the way up until he met his top challenge, the most wonderful thing, which is kind of beyond description. It's sort of a light thing that got in his eyes, and then he had to like fight it with a really cool weapon, but again, kind of beyond description. But he eventually got to the great beehive on the mount. It's a key. But the gates were locked, and he wondered to himself, damn it, I forgot the key. So he had to go back down the mountain. He went back down it's, they say it's easier going, people would think it's easier coming down a mountain than going up, but it's actually a completely different set of muscles. It's very tiring. And so he walks down the switchback and he's slipping and sliding, and apparently he didn't get all the heads on the trolls because a couple of them chase him, and that fairy wants to answer more riddles, and he's like, why do I even care about this? Why did I come up here? It's fall. The queen bee can take care of herself. She has a whole army. So he's all wet and dirty, and he starts walking all the way home, having slewn more heads off the trolls, and refusing to answer any more of those riddles. It's just a little suggestively happy face, but maybe that's just me. Let's stack it on top. So as he started to come back into his own neighborhood, the rain started to clear. He started to feel good again. This is good. Why did he even leave home? He was enjoying reading My Indian Summer by Joseph Gagawinaganasam, which he's going to be reading Wednesdays at 6:30 on the Big Van Book Club, which he was happy to think about because he likes talking to Avalon Bourne about books and would to chat about books. And the last series with Broken Places by Francis Beck went so well. Drink Pepsi. Ooh. It's like a shadow monster or something. So he crawled back into his window and thought, why is my window broken? And then he remembered you were here, and that's why he went here in the first place. Your big shadow of the internet that followed him around. My God, he was so angry. He was so angry that he decided that the only way to end this is to simply stop recording it. Why was he going to a bumblebee? A bumblebee doesn't deal with the internet. Bumblebees don't have the internet. Although in a way, honeycombs are their own internet. But I guess now that I've sort of yelled at you for a while, we'll be back next week with a live Varietal Show. Thanks for tuning in anyways. Seriously though, read My Indian Summer. It's really good. Air conditioner noises. Rory spent way too long mixing the original of this. Lo-fi jazz. Lo-fi jazz. Watch another video. They're much better than this usually. Well, much might be a strong word.